No $5 million for Angel Reese as Ice Cube recalls picking Caitlin Clark over her rival as a profitable decision. The Caitlin Clark vs. Angel Reese debate was one of the focal points of the recent WNBA season. Even Magic Johnson had to weigh in on the discussion as to who should be credited with the WNBA's surging popularity. While Clark was lauded for her role in bringing mainstream attention to the league, the Chi-Town Barbie has argued WNBA's success isn't down to just one person, but the Caitlin Clark effect. Once again trumped when rapper Ice Cube made her a jaw-dropping offer. Back in April when the news broke that I
was like 2 years old, but she started to do a lot of, activist civil rights type work, and she was done playing, but she would have gave our league a bump at the time because, Maya Moore was biggest star in the WNBA. So it's just a business decision. If it makes sense, for another WNBA player when they come around, we'll do it. If it don't, we won't.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the pandemic a little while ago. Back leading up to the pandemic, you were catching a lot of heat. You had your plan for Black America, and people were giving you a hard time about meeting with Republicans. And when the Democrats told you wait till after the election, that was a whole thing.
It was purely business. Ice Cube also opened up on when the league made the offer to Maya Moore shortly after her retirement in 2023 and hinted that if made sense to them financially, they would make the offer to other WNBA players as well. It's just a business decision. If it makes sense for another WNBA player when they come around, we'll do it. If it don't, we won't. Indeed, the numbers surrounding CC make it clear why Ice Cube bet big on her. Her record-breaking March Madness run with Iowa drew a peak of nearly 25 million viewers during the NCAA championship game, rivaling some of the biggest non-NFL broadcasts. However, her impact didn't stop there. Joining the Indiana Fever, Clark took the team's viewership from virtually non-existent to must-watch TV. Televised games involving Indiana Fever averaged 1.18 million viewers compared to 394,000 for all other games. The league averaged 657,000 viewers for the historic 2024 regular season. Clark filled up the arenas too. Before Clark's arrival, Fever had the second lowest average home attendance in the WNBA at 4,067. But this season, with Clark leading the charge, Fever saw a total of 340,715 fans turning up to watch them play at home, a single-season record for a WNBA team, averaging over 17,000 fans per game. Clark's popularity was on display in away games as well. In July, the defending champion Las Vegas Aces drew the largest WNBA crowd in 25 years, with 20,366 fans flocking to T-Mobile Arena to watch Clark in action. 2 months before that, the New York Liberty set the WNBA record with $2 million in ticket revenue for their May 18th game with the Fever. Ice Cube, it appears, wasn't kidding when he said Clark's presence means dollars raking in. But what did it make sense to not make an offer to Reese? Kenyon Martin and Ice Cube's son weigh in. On Gil's Arena in March, former NBA star Kenyon Martin wasn't shy about expressing his concerns. He questioned why Angel Reese, who has her own massive following and immense talent, wasn't offered the same opportunity. You got the young lady LSU who's pretty popular herself in her own right, Martin said. Why not offer it to her? Martin went on to critique the offer itself, suggesting that Clark's skills might not translate well to a 3-on-3 format. I feel like it's a waste of her talent, he added, also wondering why other WNBA stars like Lexi Brown or even Candace Parker weren't approached instead. Meanwhile, Lexi Brown chimed in with her thoughts, quite similar to Martin's sentiment. She questioned why Ice Cube didn't make similar offers to established WNBA players who have already proven their worth in professional basketball. Ice Cube's son responds to Gil's Arena. Lexi Brown expressed her true feelings about Ice Cube's offer to Clark. Like Kenyon Martin, she too questioned the necessity to offer it to Clark over WNBA players. He wanted to provide more opportunities for WNBA players, provide opportunities to not go overseas. So, you offer the contract to a player who is not yet in the WNBA? Big Three does not happen during overseas seasons, so that doesn't make sense, Brown